Good afternoon, good morning. This is Mark Johnson from Loyalty 360. Welcome you back to another episode of our Leaders in Customer Loyalty series. In this video and podcast program, we talk to the leading brands about what they are seeing and doing and hearing on the front lines of customer channel and brand loyalty, putting a focus on those who are creating engaging customer experiences and driving long-term customer loyalty. Today, we have the pleasure of speaking with Mark Swartz, who's a Senior Director of Consumer Cards, and Natalie Nah, is a Senior Director of Client Engagement from CIBC. Natalie, Mark, thank you very much for taking the time to talk with us today. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Yeah, great.
Can you both give us a brief introduction of your roles within CIBC, and also, for those who may not be familiar with CIBC, what CIBC is and what you guys do?
Yeah, so maybe I'll start off with this one. So, as mentioned, I'm the Senior Director of Consumer Cards at CIBC, and what that involves is my team looks at all of our proprietary card products, such as our Hero Aventura program, our dividend cashback card, our low rate cards, and our everyday cards. Everything, all of our cards except the ones that we have a partnership with, such as an Aeroplan type relationship, etc. In terms of CIBC, we're one of the leading FIs in Canada. There are 5 major FIs in Canada. We're one of the big 5 in Canada. The role within cards, CIBC, it's a very large part of CIBC's P&L, the cards business. I wouldn't call it a super growth business, but it's a business that is growing considerably for CIBC, and it's a very, very important part of our P&L.
So I'm, as I mentioned, Natalie Nah. I lead the client engagement portfolio on the cards business within CIBC. And so what that entails really is my accountability is around driving deeper customer relationships and loyalty with all of our products across the cards portfolio.
Excellent.
Customer loyalty. We always like to talk to brands about what that means to them. Can you define what customer loyalty means to you and to CIBC?
Sure. So customer loyalty for us really at its core is about the relationship between our products and our brands with our clients. And so we think about client loyalty as something we earn as a business for delivering best-in-class products as well as experiences with our products for our clients. If you think about the core of that, it's really around our ability, or driven by our ability to understand our clients' needs and make sure that we're designing products and product experiences that deliver against those needs.
Yeah, maybe I'll just, one of the other pieces, our goal is to engage clients as often as possible with relevant messages and offers that add value for being a credit card customer. Especially now, you want to make sure that you have a customer who's on a travel program, and make sure that we're sending them and giving them relevant information. Times such as COVID, we want to ensure that our clients are kept engaged with their loyalty program, and make sure that even though they may not be using the points, that they're top of mind, and we still make sure that they're considered that they're getting value for whatever we're giving, the fees they actually pay on the credit cards.
And how do you balance the empathy and need to understand a client, but also keep them engaged and also keep your brand top of mind in this unique and trying time?
So I'll jump in on that. I think at the core, it's really all, for me, always comes back to understanding your consumer and understanding your client. Where are they in their journey on COVID? What are their needs in this moment? And then making sure that then getting creative and being ready to pivot, maybe thinking about your product proposition a little bit differently. Maybe what you wanted to go out and lead out there with a message, pre-COVID, it might be something else in a post-COVID world. So it's all about, one, walking in their shoes, understanding where they're at, what their problems are, and what are the products that, or features of our products that can be most resonant and most helpful to them in this time.
Okay, great.
Yeah, it's very well said. I think another good example is something that we did probably about a month ago, that we put out we asked ourselves, what are our travel or Aventura clients looking to do with their points right now? So we partnered with one of our vendors to offer our cardholders really a much better return on gift cards for grocery stores. We asked ourselves, what are our clients spending money on today? And as we probably know, everybody's grocery bills are going up. They're making less trips to the grocery store. The bills have gone up maybe 40, 50%. can people use those Aventura points to get value for something else besides travel that they're getting today? And we put out a campaign probably about a month to a month and a half ago to our cardholders promoting grocery store gift cards, some of the major retailers in Canada, and the results have been phenomenal to this point. And it's very clear that even though travel is not top of mind, that the value for those points still gets you something. So that's another way that we are keeping our clients engaged today.
And then we did was we actually followed up with them, and we pivoted and said, you know what, let's remind our clients that they can use all their points as currency. So then we followed up 4 weeks after that campaign with a campaign to help remind our clients on all the different ways they can use their points. So whether that's paying for your bills or shopping for merchandise or gift cards online, or even donating to a charity that's relevant to you. So that's a great example of where we took a lot of the tension and challenges that our consumers were feeling and pivoted to bring to the forefront how our products and services help them in those times.
Recently, CIBC launched a new program, Revival Rewards. Can you tell us a little bit about the program, Revival Rewards, and how the program came to be?
Yeah, absolutely. So when COVID started, obviously all of our lives, and we call it mid-March is D-Day, you could say, all of our lives changed a great deal, specifically, in Canada. I was in Florida, I came back on a trip, and then you land in Toronto, and it felt like a bit of a ghost town. People were thinking and doing totally different things. Restaurants were closed, people were afraid to go out, supporting their local businesses had to shut down. We asked ourselves as a bank, and I would say as a good corporate citizen, what can we do to help the Canadian economy? Because this is eventually we are going to come out of this. We're going to come out, and we want to make sure we come out and really, guns a-blazing, actually help the economy. What can we do for our cardholders? So we went back and forth with a lot of our executive team, our marketing partners, our cards partners, and said, what can we do? And ultimately we said, small businesses is really the heart of the Canadian economy. What can we do to lend our support there? We brainstormed a bunch of different opportunities, and ultimately what we landed on was, when we come out of this, what can, clients can support our local restaurants, whether it's dine-in, takeout, delivery. That's something that our clients, when the economy opens, or even during, a phase 1 or phase 2 of the economy opening, that is something that is common. And there was a lot of news specifically in Canada about restaurants struggling. If you watch the news every day, there was always a restaurant owner saying, I can't pay my employees, I have to furlough them. It was very clear that was really top of mind for Canadians, and that's what we felt was really the right industry to go out and support. So we took it upon ourselves and figured, we want to give an incentive to our cardholders to spend at these local restaurants, whether it be local, chain, delivery, takeout, anything to that effect. That's really what we wanted to focus on. And the idea here was not just to encourage clients to go there by telling them go spend, but incentivize them. And that's why we provided 2 times the rewards on all of our products. We also wanted to be the first FI in Canada to go do this. Throughout the COVID response, CIBC has been the first bank to respond in a positive manner, whether it be closing branches from a safety precaution, being the first FI to announce interest relief for our cardholders. We wanted to be the first FI to go out here and do a campaign where we're supporting our local economy. And we were the first big FI to go out and create a Revival Rewards program. A couple other FIs have followed suit. We were the first to go do that. And that's something that we had strong support from the CEO level all the way down to our frontline teams.
And what are you seeing so far in the early stages of the program? Have you seen people shift to more local restaurants and local organizations?
Yeah, the results have been very strong so far. The purchase volume in general is slowly going up since March. We saw a big decrease, as a lot of industry experts have said, big decreases in purchase volume since mid-March. That's slowly picked up between then and this period of time. But since we relaunched the campaign, we've seen a significant increase versus the rest of our purchase volume, specifically in the restaurant category. When we put together our projections here, we assumed, a fairly sizable lift in response here, and we are exactly on target with what we expected. So our clients have responded very well. We've had great articles from companies such as yourself responding to that. A lot of our clients reaching out to us, our corporate customers appreciating the promotion to support their businesses. So from a client point of view, relationship point of view, and exposure point of view, it's been very, very positive.
What are your goals for the program, both short and long term, going forward? And as things open up, Is there going to be kind of an integral part of the CIBC portfolio, or is this going to be an integral part of the CIBC portfolio as things get back to normal? Or will the program shift and morph a little bit?
Yeah, that's a great question. And that's something we're asking ourselves as well. When we put together these plans, it doesn't always mean it's a short-term or long-term plan. We're going to evaluate, see how clients respond, see how the economy reopens. We may look at other avenues. That's something that we're still debating at this point in time, but we wouldn't close the door to any of those opportunities.
Okay.
And what have your customers said about the program, and have you had any initial feedback?
So the feedback we've gotten so far has been really positive. I think what our customers see, what they appreciate, and what they've acknowledged to us is really how we really are sort of walking the talk and trying to do our best to be able to help our clients, help our economy, and help our country recover. So overall, the feedback from our clients has been really positive. And I think it really goes back to the fact that the truth is at CIBC, everything we do is always guided by the idea that we are here to help our clients achieve their goals. And so that genuine caring and sort of where we're, it's just who we are as an organization. And I think in this case, it's sort of manifested in this campaign. And so it's really resonated with our clients.
I think one of the challenges right now is listening to your customers, but involving the program in a manner that can be both conducive to what CIBC is looking to do, but also taking into consideration some of the consumer feedback as well, correct?
Yeah, so I'll take that one. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I think at the core for us, what we did is we really took a step back and said, gosh, our world is a completely different place than it was pre-COVID. And really thought about what are the needs and really recognize a lot of the financial strain that many, if not all of our consumers were feeling. And so with the understanding of that as being really the key challenge many of our clients and customers were working through, what we did is we really worked to make sure that we were providing all of the offers, solutions to that. So whether that was sort of creating a promotion on our PaySit product, which is an installment plan, which would enable customers to really leverage a payment plan to be able to manage their expenses in a time when their income might be challenged. We gave, credit card interest relief, as well as other sort of defer and skip payments. So we did that really as an organization and as the credit cards business. And then what we did is we really pivoted and we re-looked at our portfolio and our offering and said, okay, in a time of financial strain, how can we help our customers maximize the value they get out of their credit cards? And so, we really focused on building campaigns that help them leverage and communications that help them leverage their points as currency. Creating campaigns and incentives that will help them earn more points and therefore earn more currency every time they use the card. And then as well as giving, I think what Mark alluded to around promotions around redeeming those points as well.
What is the culture of CIBC, and what does it mean to your ability to drive these unique programs and to listen to the customer and enhance the efficacy of the customer experience and customer loyalty programs that you're putting forth?
Maybe I'll take that one. I would say the culture at CIBC is very cohesive. I'll give you a quick story here to set that example. So we got an email on a Friday. I specifically remember this Friday from one of our executives saying, all right, we got to do something here to help our customers, help our corporate customers. So everybody rallied very quickly. There were probably about 10 to 12 of us on a call on a Saturday, 10 a.m. Natalie, you probably remember that call. And we put into motion the plans for this Revolver Reward campaign. I believe it was May 1st or 2nd. I remember that date vividly, whatever the Saturday was. And we didn't talk about the cost. We didn't talk about the work effort. What we talked about was how is this going to help our customers and the Canadian economy. That was the focus. Everybody took time out of their weekend, and by the following Monday or Tuesday, we had a holistic plan about what we wanted to do with this Revolver Rewards campaign. Everybody worked together, and we said, this is the right thing to do. We're going to take time out of our personal time here to make sure we do something that makes a lot of sense. Now, we had this ready to go for a couple of weeks. We wanted to make sure we launched it at the right time as the Canadian economy opened it up, but we were constantly evaluating the right time to make sure that whenever we put this out, it was the right thing for our customers and for the economy. So the culture really dictated the success of this campaign.
I completely agree with that. I think that with all the challenges of COVID, one of the things that from a CIBC standpoint, it's really allowed our culture to be our competitive advantage. We really are driven collectively by the purpose to help our clients make their ambitions a reality. Working in an industry where we are dealing with and advising clients on money matters is really a genuine. It's a privilege, and that for me is a lot of what guides us every single day.
And what can Loyalty 360 as a trade association for industry do for you to help increase the efficacy of all your programs and processes?
Yeah, I'll take that one. So we're always exploring any partnership opportunity that makes sense. The question before, one of the challenges that we have in marketing is giving value to our cardholders, and partnerships is a great way to do that. We've seen a lot of partnerships, obviously with Loyalty 360 being based in the US. There's been a lot of great partnerships with food delivery services, Uber, car delivery services. I've seen Chase do offers with $20 off to get people having their cards on file. So there's all sorts of different things that can be done. We're always interested in partnerships. So that's first and foremost. Making things easy for customers is another way we could, potentially look for things. One of our models is radically simple. How do we make things radically simple for our clients? We want to take away friction points from our loyalty program. We want to make sure that clients can get the reward very quickly. So there's a bunch of different ways that we could look and improve the client experience, take away friction points, provide more value to customers. So I'd say those are probably where the opportunities would reside.
Yeah, from my perspective, it's an area of like many categories of tremendous proliferation, and it's impacted by so many different pieces of the economy. Like one of the ways that I would see a Loyalty 360 adding value is really helping us stay on top of the emerging trends, the disruptions that are here today and on the cusp as well. So for me, that is really where an organization like Loyalty 360 can really add a lot of value to any brand in the loyalty business.
And what are some of the technologies that you are looking to or may consider bringing in or rolling out over the next year or so?
So I'll say from my perspective, as I look at the area of engagement, the future is enabled by technology, as is the case with many other industries. And so we are always looking at new apps, new data functionality. Certainly, obviously, marketing technology is also a key enabler across the industry. So, we continue to focus on building a pipeline because we know the future is grounded in technology, and the digitizing of the consumer experience is only going to continue to accelerate.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Natalie. I think and it goes back to knowing our customer best. We want to know our customer better than we know themselves, and that whatever tools that we have available to us to do that, that's exactly what we need.
Well, thank you very much, Mark and Natalie. It was great speaking with you today. It was great hearing about the Revival Rewards program and some of the internal processes and programs you guys are putting forth. We look forward to touching base with you later this year. And again, congratulations for all you're doing at CIBC. Stay safe, and thank you for supporting customer loyalty.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Mark.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.